Welcome to Studio 10. I'm Jerome Ritchie. This is the lovely Holly Sin. We're your hosts for the next hour or somewhere thereabouts. A lot to get to today. We don't normally start here in the kitchen, but if you're looking for things to do around this time of the year, around the Tampa Bay area, one of the best places to go is Metromix.com. Year-round, 365 days a year, 24/7, and especially right now during the holiday season.
And this week, Metromix went to the kitchen of the famous Columbia restaurant in Ybor to find out what they are cooking up for Christmas.
Hang up the apron, put down the rolling pin, and turn off the oven. Because this holiday season, we are eating out. And I'm here in Ybor in the kitchen of the famous Columbia restaurant, getting ready to cook up one of the dishes that they will be serving on Christmas Day. And I'm standing here with the lovely Andrea Gonsmart. She's one of the owners and also an excellent chef. And she's going to show us one of the dishes that they're going to serve on Christmas.
Yes, well on Christmas, actually, we're at the Columbia restaurant. We're going to be doing a bone-in pork tenderloin.
Okay.
I think a lot of people have a tendency to get a little scared when they have the bone in. So to me, it's a little bit more friendly, especially to those people who aren't used to cooking. We're going to use a boneless pork tenderloin.
Okay, so the good thing is that if they don't come here to eat it with the bone in, they can cook it at home.
Exactly. Okay. It's going to taste just as great. It's going to be easier, and you don't have to deal with cutting it off the bone.
I like that. Easy. Okay, so what's some of the ingredients you have here?
Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put together the marinade. So, we've got lemon juice. Very important to have that acidity. White wine vinegar. Water, which that's just going to give you more substance, so that way you can coat the pork much better.
That's a good amount of water you put in there too.
Yeah, it's about 2 cups. And then of course extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
About 2 tablespoons. A whole bay leaf. Dried oregano. A lot of people are going to say, well, should I use fresh? Should I use dried?
Right.
Dry is easier.
It is easier.
You get to use less, and it holds just as much punch as a big wad of oregano. Garlic powder.
I like garlic. And that's fresh garlic.
And then, of course, the fresh garlic.
Gotta have garlic. Gotta have a lot of garlic. That's always a good thing.
My feeling is you cannot have enough garlic. So you're just going to want to kind of combine that.
Get your hands in there, mix it up.
Yep. You know what? That's part of cooking. You can't stay too clean.
That's the fun part of cooking.
Exactly. So then you've got your boneless pork tenderloin. What I probably would do at this point is I would put it in the fridge at least for overnight. Cover it. You can cover it, saran wrap, foil, whatever you prefer. And then once you're going to take it out that day of, that you're ready to cook it, you're going to want to season it with your salt, your pepper, and paprika.
Salt, pepper, and paprika.
Do it generously.
Very simple. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got maybe 10 ingredients. I mean, that's not bad at all. This seems like an extremely simple dish to make.
And a lot of the ingredients are usually things that you have in your cupboard already.
Okay, now, would this also be a recipe that you would serve during the normal days?
You can do this any time of year. This is personally something I cook at home on a regular basis. It's just my husband and I, so I'll just do 1 tenderloin, cut the recipe in half, and then you make a little white rice, black beans on the side, or whatever you want to do with it. And it's great. But traditionally, this is something that the Cubans and the Spanish eat on Christmas Eve. So that's why it's important that we served our roast pork on Christmas Eve.
And the Columbia is all about tradition. You guys have been here in Ybor City for
over 100 years.
Over 100 years. You're going on 5th generation ownership?
5th generation.
5th generation. Okay. Any dishes on your menu that are inspired by, family kind of cuisine, or are they all just strictly traditional Cuban and Spanish?
Okay, that's a great question, because you know what? A lot of people say, well, is your food Spanish? Is it Cuban? And it really has become Columbia restaurant food.
Okay.
Because over the years, so many of our chefs, and of course my grandmother, my father has great influence on the menu, so it's a lot of recipes that are original to us. Yeah, this pork tenderloin has been cooking in the oven for about 30 to 45 minutes. Easily check with a thermometer, make sure the temperature is where it's supposed to be at. We roasted it at 400 degrees.
I think I can already smell it coming out from under there. That looks wonderful. That really looks
And they cook down significantly, and so that's why you're going to want to adjust the recipe to how many people you're having.
How many people would this feed?
I would say that would probably feed 6 people. Depends on how hungry you are.
Right.
So my family, that probably only feed 4 of us.
And behold, ladies and gentlemen, the finished product. That's the boneless tenderloin.
Yes, it is.
Oh, does that look good?
Gone Smart, yes, and Conchetta are with us now. You guys have teleported from the Columbia to bring us this very special dish. And again, so this is on your menu all the time, or you're just going to be doing this for the holidays?
For the holidays, on Christmas, we're going to be doing a bone-in pork tenderloin. But I thought this was a little bit friendlier. People get a little scared when having to cook, something with a bone in their kitchen. This is something that is in our new cookbook, and literally, I made it this morning. It's that easy.
Oh, it looks terrific. I was telling you guys off the air, I want to wrap it in wax paper and eat it like a banana.
Yeah.
That looks awesome. So do you have anything else on the menu? Because you guys have been around, this is your second century in business, for crying out loud. Is there anything else different you're doing for Christmas time, extended holiday hours and so forth?
We're doing our regular hours. Of course, we're open 365 days a year, so we will be open for Christmas all day long. And we'll be doing our dinner menu, and then we'll have the pork special, and we'll also be doing a baked Virginia ham special.
And I heard, too, that you're all decked out over there for the holidays as well.
The day after Thanksgiving, we got our Christmas decorations up. That's the rule.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Tell us about this book that you brought in, because this is This is like a professionally published family album of the Gunsmart family and the history of the restaurant. Tell us about this.
We are very excited about our second cookbook.
Oh man!
It's more than just a cookbook, because it does have the history from the Columbia restaurant and my family from 1905 up until as current as my daughter that was born in May. She made the cut on the family tree.
Yeah, you've got the family tree in there and everything. And I was looking through this,
awesome.
And it's like a history book with recipes in it, and of course I immediately found the drink recipes.
Of course.
There's something
fun.
from Esquire magazine, I think probably around 1960. I don't know if we can get a close-up of this or not, but you guys had a drink that was featured in Esquire magazine, I think right around 1960, but you've got all the old artwork and everything. We'll put this on our website. What's it called? The Columbia Collins. Look at that. So we'll put that up on our Facebook
and
fan
there's a
page.
whole bunch of other Columbia restaurant signature drinks, recipes in there, along with food items.
Oh, very nice.
And Conchetta, you've been interning for Metromix, and
Yes.
Metromix actually has a connection to this book?
One of our contributors actually wrote that book. Which
Very
is pretty
cool.
He's a very talented guy.
And Andrea, you've also brought in the traditional side dishes as well. I see potatoes and chili. Is that correct?
Yes, potatoes and chilies, exactly.
Yeah.
Now we've got the fried platanos and then the white beans, or the black beans, white rice with the diced onions on top. You messed me up there.
Oh, you're not the first, and you won't be the last. But of course, is that what you suggest though, to go with the pork, or will that go with just about anything?
At the restaurant, we will be serving it with moros y cristianos, which is actually the white rice with the black beans cooked together with the pork. This is easier to do at home, but you can do whatever side you want, like we said in the segment.
All right, well, fantastic. It looks good. And
I would love to slice that up, but I think we're going to wrap it up for Jerome to eat during the break.
That's right, and I can finish it too.
I believe it.
You give me 2.5 minutes and a pork shoulder like that, and I'm all over it.
Thank you very much, ladies.